Hello, everyone, and welcome tonight to our How to Capitalize on Team, Facebook, and Online Events. Jackie and I are going to keep this short and sweet. I'm Patty Abel. For anyone who's not familiar with me, I am a gold leader in Young Living, and I am joined tonight by my mentor and platinum leader, Jackie McLaughlin. So we are going to lead you through ways to capitalize and get more response and better turnover from Young Living, or our Young Living Facebook and online events.
So first thing, what we need to explain to you guys is when we do an online Facebook event, a live Facebook event. These are different than like what we've been doing is creating events and doing a Zoom call, recording it and posting the recording so people can watch it at any time. But a live event is something that you're trying to generate excitement for and get people to come on live. So, and that's what we're talking about. We're going to continue doing some of the things we're doing now, but we're also going to be incorporating live events. And when we do that, we want you guys to understand how that works and what your responsibility is so that you can take advantage of it and make it work for you. So, if you haven't watched Sarah Robbins' video yet that we posted on the team page, please watch that. And I know you did, Marie, so you'll be a little familiar with some of this as we're talking about it. And basically, one of the things she states right away is when you create an online event like that, a live Facebook event, and you're trying to get your team members to bring people in, instruct them a couple of things. First of all, do not invite via the invite button in the event, because she said what happens is people just invite people from there. It's not personal. Most of those invites get ignored. Some people just hit click invite all their friends. Now that's spamming, and we don't want to spam anybody. So when you do invite people, it needs to be personal, and we're going to repeat this more than once because it's really important. Who to invite? Friends, customers, family, prospects, team members, former prospects, people you do business with. It's like your hairdresser or anywhere you go in and people know you because you frequent their business. Invite them to come to your event, but no spamming. Again, make it personal. So how would you do that? You would take a link for the event and maybe send it to them in a text with a personal message, or call them on the phone and then say, I can send you the link if you'll join us. Patty's going to cover how to invite.
So Jackie's kind of covered all of this, and like she said, we're going to repeat, like rinse and repeat, right? So we want to personally invite using instant message, telephone, or text with event details. And I know in the past I've been bad to just go through, and anyone who's like mentioned that they're interested in Young Living, I like, send them invites, and it's not very personal. Again, it's spamming them. So, the best thing we can do is not to mass add people. And by sending that personal invite, it makes it a lot more personal to them because we've reached out and said it, because I know we all get tons of invites to things all the time. So, it's a lot nicer when someone sends us a personal message inviting us to an event than just, us getting that mass invite to events. So if we invite them, we need to make sure that it has come from that personal invite, and that when we add them to the event, that it's because they've responded to us and said, yes, I want to come. I want to be a part of it. So below is just like an example of an invite that you might send someone either through instant messenger or text. And at the end of this one, we will mention the next class that we have coming up. And if you guys want, we can put a sample text for it because it's going to be on thieves. So we can put a sample text for you guys to send with it. So, again, it's just so much more personal when we invite them. And it starts building, how we talk about it's building relationships with Young Living. This starts that building of the relationship with that individual.
So Marie is asking a question on chat, and yes, if you personally invite them and then you want to click invite to get them the details, that would be fine. I personally would think it would feel more personal to them, but maybe not. If you actually copied and pasted the information in your personal invitation, send them the link after they say you're interested. But just don't send them the link unless they express some kind of, I think I'd like to do that. They may or may not show up, but at least if they say they're interested, that's a more likely candidate to have show up.
Well, and then if they respond back and let you know that they're coming, then to be looking for them in the comments, which we're going to get into.
Yeah, that's the next big topic. That falls under our follow-up. So if you've invited them correctly with a personal invitation, you should know if they're coming, or at least if they say they're coming, because you want to be carrying on a conversation. You don't just send an invite and hope they show up. So if you send an invite and say, please get back to me, and then follow up with them to remind them again before the event, you're going to know they're coming. So you've reminded them. Now it's your responsibility to, number one, be on the class. And when you see the class posted, your first duty is to click going. So people can see there's a lot of people going, right? So you click that you are going, and then you start personally inviting people. And now when you know someone you've invited has at least indicated they plan to attend, it's your responsibility to be on the class live and watch for them showing up. They may, if I'm not sure how that works, Patty, what we'll probably do in the beginning of the event is have everybody introduce themselves, say who you are and where you're from real quick. And Lorraine wants to know if they have to invite team members. I want everybody to get in the habit of doing this as a personal invitation, because even your team members, if we just invite them, half the time they don't show up. I want it to be personal. You need to get in touch with them and say, look, do this, participate with us. We want you involved. Are you on board or not? And
I think with Facebook, it gets lost. If you're subscribed to a bunch of different pages, sometimes we don't even see that invite. So
even with team members, make it personal, and make sure they understand this stuff we're talking about tonight, because they haven't seen this class maybe, and they need to know what we're teaching you. So we can share these slides with you guys. I don't know how we can do this, but we can get everybody I can put a Dropbox links, or Patty can, and make it available to everybody. So if you need to go over this with your team members, you'll have this information to share with them. But so once you've got somebody who says, yes, I'm coming to your event, or I'll be there, whether they show up or not, they've said they would, and then you're going to look for them in the live event itself. If you see someone you invited there, be sure to send them a private note and say, hey, I'm glad to see you're on the class. Let me know if you have questions. And then watch. And if they make comments, take notes about it, because you're going to follow up with them after the class. This is how you're going to use the events to build your own business, because we provide the classes for y'all, but we're not going to follow up with people for you. You got to do that yourself. So watch and see if they post comments. If they have questions, be sure to be able to answer them and get back in touch with them right away. I mean, right away, immediately after the class, if possible. At least let them know you saw them on the class and that you're going to answer their questions. Also, we can offer incentives for people coming on and participating, making comments. We'll probably have some gifts or drawings or something. I'm not sure. Patty and I haven't figured out how we're going to do that yet, but we'll be doing something like that. And you can also offer incentives to your invitees that if they find the material compelling and they want to get an account, that if they do it within 3 or 4 days or whatever you want to choose, that you will offer them something, whatever that is. Obviously, we're going to do it on All Things Thieves very soon, and we'll tell you about that. And that's a perfect time because Young Living's going to give them a free bottle of laundry detergent if they sign up. So, you can also point that out to them for this particular class. Anything else you want to add to that, Patty?
Mm-mm. So Jackie kind of already touched on some of this just now, but just as a reminder, we always want to be present on an event. I kind of look at it as inviting someone to a party and not being there. So, we want to welcome our guests, and, when we put that at the beginning, where are you from or who invited you even at the beginning, and you see your guests pop in, it's nice that you can respond to them and, say, hey, glad you made it, or, whatever. And then monitor the guest questions, because that's going to help in the follow-up. When you're contacting them back, you'll know what questions that they asked. And this is not the time to post training questions. So when we're doing these Facebook Live, it's mainly to monitor your guests, add your own comments and testimonials, but not to ask other questions that's outside of the class that we're doing. Watch for guests commenting so you can follow up. It's just kind of restating that. So the biggest part is to be present and noticing when slides are posted or when live videos posted, what comments your guests are making, what questions that they're asking, so that you can follow up with them afterwards. Even if we give them the answer, it's still good to follow up with those questions that they had.
And Patty mentioned it, but I want to really emphasize it. Another part of your responsibility to make this work really well is to be active with your comments. So if we're talking about using thieves in a diffuser, come in with your comments about how you do that and you love it or whatever. And same thing with any of the other products that we talk about. Come in with your comments, positive, encouraging, making people want to try it. Now, the event we're going to be doing will be some slides, and it will also be intermittent little live videos. So Patty will come on, for a minute or two and hold up a product and talk about it, and then we'll have a few more slides, and then I'll do one, or however we decide to do that. But it's going to be, kind of a variety of ways to interact with people to kind of help keep them interested.
So this will be the first class coming up. It's going to be next Monday at 7:30. So we're trying a little different time. One, because I think a number of you guys might be on it too, but Jackie's got a AFT blasting through your business blocks, AFT at 9. So we're going to try to do it a little earlier.
And this 7:30 is Eastern time, so that'll be 6:30 Central. It's fun when you have people in different time zones.
Yeah.
It gets confusing.
So
we can unmute, and if anybody has questions.
I'm going to unmute everybody so everyone can chat away. Can I go to gallery?
Does anybody have questions? You guys are too easy. Does anybody want to say something? If you've got ideas too, because we've never done this, we're just kind of making it up based on what Sarah Robbins was saying. So if you've got thoughts or ideas or things you want to suggest, we're open.
I'm excited you're trying this because I thought that was a pretty cool video she posted. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. And if you haven't watched her video, it's on the Peppermint Patty's Infinite Abundance page. Scroll down till you see Sarah Robbins on a videos, kind of block, and watch it. It's not very long, but she covers all that pretty easily.
Okay, why am I not showing up live?
Is that you, Helen?
That's me.
Your camera probably needs to be turned on. If you put your cursor either at the bottom or the top, you'll see a video camera.
There you are. Are you showing now?
Not on my end. She's just a picture. We can hear you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'd like to see, and I know y'all have done hundreds of these, the intro class that cover all the oils that are in the, in the kit.
Right. We will be doing some of those, Helen, if that's what you're asking. We just wanted to start with the thieves because of the free laundry detergent this month. It kind of fit. It'd be like an extra bonus for the thieves kit. But, any kit. There you are. Yay, there you are. Anybody else? You got any ideas, Lorraine?
I'm excited about doing it because, I've done a couple of Facebook Live things before, and I find it funner, I should say, than like this Zoom and stuff. Not that this isn't a good format, but I don't know that I like the Facebook Live kind of thing because you can walk around, and because everything has to be done on your phone, so you can walk around and show different things and stuff. So I like the Facebook Lives.
Awesome.
So this is going to be done via the Zoom format, though, right?
No.
No, it's going to be a Facebook Live event.
Facebook event. It'll be a Facebook event page, and we'll be sharing slides, and then we can put a Facebook Live feed into it also.
Oh.
So the Facebook event itself will just be, we'll post posts, which will be a graphic.
Okay.
And then people can interact live with comments. And then every now and then, Patty and I will take turns doing a live video feed into the event.
Got it. A live broadcast, Facebook.
Right. Those will be really short, and it'll be just kind of interspersed throughout. We're going to see how it goes. We haven't done it before, so we'll see.
We're going to learn together.
Stretching ourselves outside our comfort zone, just like we tell everybody else to do. We're doing that all the time.
I was going to say, you might want to test run that on some of us first before you do the thieves thing, just in case we have guests outside that's not team members already there.
We actually were planning to.
It's all going to be through the camera and live, not that you're going to try to put slides in it too. So we might want to do a test run.
Yeah, well, Patty and I already talked about doing a test run just between her and I, but we can invite y'all in too if you want to.
So we can see how it looks and how it interacts. And
yeah, absolutely. Well, as soon as we set that up, we'll let you know.
Yeah, because I'm learning too as y'all go through some of this stuff.
So are we, Helen. So are we.
Now, I'm kind of new at Facebook Live, but whenever I've done it, I have not been able to do a live broadcast to a group. It's always been to an audience, like either to the public or to my, whatever, a defined friends list. How are you going to define who you're sending it to? How does that work?
You do it from, like, if you have a group page of any type, really?
Yeah.
You just go to your group page and click.
You do it there?
Yes. I do it all the time with my challenge group that I'm doing. I just go to that because I set up a group page for it.
That's been my issue.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
And then it'll just be on that page. It's not going to be out to the world.
So when you do that within an event, the event essentially acts as the group for that.
Right. It's inside the event.
Okay.
That's a really good question, Marie.
So anyone who has said they're going is going to receive the broadcast. Would that be accurate? Because you don't know if they're actually looking at it.
Right.
Okay. That's interesting too, that anyone who's said they're going will actually get it.
Yes. Because I know like events that I've clicked in that I'm going, I'll see things pop up on my feed.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll do a practice run and we'll see if it works. But the main thing we wanted.
Pop it in there.
What's that?
I said, if not, we'll just video it and pop it in there.
Yeah. The main thing we wanted tonight was to make sure everybody understands what your role is as far as inviting people, monitoring it, making sure you follow up, because that's where you turn it into an end result. You know, just inviting them and hoping they showed up and telling them to get back with me if you want something, that's not going to work. So you got to follow up with them. First of all, you follow up to see if they're coming after you've invited them, or remind them if they said they were coming. And then you're going to follow up after the class. If they've been present, they may have had questions, or they may have just popped in and said, I'm here and my name is so-and-so and Lorraine invited me. And that may be the only thing they say all night. But at least Lorraine has been watching. She knows they were there. She can follow up with them and say, how'd you like the class? What was your favorite part? Do you have any questions? Whatever.
And, you know, to me, if we've personally invited them and they've responded to us, then they're going to feel more obligated to be there versus if we've just like mass invited, then it's kind of like, if, you know, something comes up, I don't have to be there. But if, you know, if I've messaged, you know, like if Helen sent me an invite to something and I've messaged her back and said, I'm going to be there, then I'm more likely to show up than if she just like mass emailed me and I said, oh yeah, I'm going.
So we need to all get with our leaders and make sure they understand this.
Yes.
You know what I think would be cute if we can do it is be able to actually videotape us inviting. And so as we're like private messaging them through Messenger or something, you can say, hey, Jackie, I have an invitation for you. Watch the video below. And then I might come on and say, hey, I've got this really cool Facebook event coming up on Monday. I would love for you to be there. It's all about thieves. And so they can kind of get that interaction of what it's, you know, the video part of it.
I like it. I like it.
I'll see if I can figure out how to do that.
Okay. Yeah, let us know.
I don't know if we can, but
Yeah. And you know, another thing too that's kind of fun is, you know, get your team members together and brainstorm about how y'all can do some of these events with your individual teams. You know, whenever we have them, we'll make them available to y'all, but you guys, shouldn't stop you from doing more of them. And, you know, really do some short ones. It doesn't have to be long. You could do one on one product, you know, and have everybody on your team come talk on they could each do their own little live video saying why they like whatever product it is. Or maybe have them each come in and just do something on what their favorite product is, and everybody can have something different. I mean, there's tons of ways we can do this to make it more interactive, more personal, and more interesting. Because quite frankly, those live Facebook things and Facebook events, I think they are not compelling. I mean, it's hard to get people to come to them. So we gotta make it more fun, more interesting, and more personal. So I like that idea, Lorraine. Figure out how to do it. Anybody else? Thoughts, questions? We told y'all this was going to be short, so we're going to end it if you